I'm walking in smoke and keep it real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done kill us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's burning, man, this shit ain't no joke. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheels of the system, got us strapped in. Ain't fucked up, but we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. Stop in your face, you ain't gotta reach. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to teach, we in the air, like I'm about to preach. Smelling this skin like the man that had a dream about from a boy to a man to a king. Bad but this feeling hit the bell about the ring. More EINs than LLCs for the family trees. And the picture a little more proud of me. Since I planted some seeds, I'm thinking for three. I got some niggas, I'm on my type of evil. But they want more dough like Austin. DNA, unlikely. Producing the product for profit. Just me and honest, they want me now. They fly like a comet, she so astonished. Patiently waiting to come out gun. And leaving some stress to get bases some money. For real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been in the street for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done kill us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, till the system got us trapped in. Ain't fucked up, but we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. I forget all the shit that they told me. Come to think about it, I don't even think I know me. All my people getting shot by the police. Could've been me, so I'ma let my soul speak. For the ones who can't, for the ones we lost. These niggas cross their own people just to be a boss. I'm choosing love over evil, I never cross. Y'all know my people should get deeper when you find it out. I love the sticks, so you make because it's coming out. If it be change in the pain, you can have it all. Talking some time out of town on the black screen. Fuck Trump, fuck Biden, fuck a vaccine. Cause I'm going full speed, gotta kiss me. Ride to the wheels fall, my man gotta ask me. And the motive is to play like them shoulders. Ain't no fear now, can't be shaking like a soda. Tell myself that I'm tripping. Truth hit hard like a nigga getting a whooping. Nigga, I'm too solid, hell nah, I ain't dripping. MJ status, nah, nigga, I ain't pippin'. Breaking news, nah, nigga, straight from the gutter. Spit straight bass, nigga, on my brother. Talking God talk, on the man like gutter. Got the blue flow, ripping niggas like a gutter. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. Tav X Hebrews purity and becoming one. That's what we should be shooting for, y'all. Purity and becoming one. Of course, we're not perfect. None of us are. But we should be shooting and aiming for purity and becoming one. It's time to come together, y'all. No more games. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Definitely want to give it a few minutes to see if any Hebrews come up in here. And also, I've been knowing this. Well, I guess I would know this, right? Because, of course, I've been here the whole time this channel's been here. So I've seen this channel go through different phases. There was one point in the early days, I mean, this is before I knew I was an Israelite when I started this channel. I used to have the heathens and the Gentiles come on this channel calling me all kind of names. I mean, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. But of course, obviously, that didn't stop me. Family, it's time to come together. What we're going to be talking about today, I'm a really try not to keep you guys too long, but we have to talk about JC or Christ, Yeshua, Yahushua, and Lucifer, and the serpent in the garden.
They're all the same entity. We're going to get into it today, family. And we're going to come with scriptures, y'all. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, I would encourage you to subscribe. Or you might just want to kick back, grab a pen and a pad, and write these scriptures down to make sure I'm not like anybody else out there, like your pastors who are going to lie to you, who are going to tell you to drink spiritual blood. But before we get started, we're going to play this song back another time or two. Give it a couple of minutes to see if any Hebrews or any other listeners, because you know what I'm noticing too, y'all. That's why I told y'all about the early days on this channel. If anybody's still around here from those early days, if there were a lot of Gentiles on here, okay? This is something that we all got to understand. There's going to be a remnant of Gentiles. It's not going to be a lot. Just like it's not going to be a lot of Hebrew Israelites that make it into the kingdom. The majority of the Hebrew Israelites are going to be viciously, brutally killed by the Most High because we won't return. It's going to be a slim number of Israelites getting the kingdom. And the Gentiles, they're not going to get into the kingdom like the Israelites are going to get, but they can be blessed, but they have to bless us. Okay? That's something that we gotta understand, y'all. We gotta learn that. There gonna be some Gentiles out there who are gonna want to come and cleave to the house of Israel. It says it right there in the Torah Tanakh, y'all. Not many of them. It's gonna be a handful of them. And they're gonna have to take this thing the way that we give it to them. Some of you guys out there, you got channels, right? Understand this, y'all. When we are in our right mind, when I say we, I'm talking about the physical Hebrew Israelites. None of that JC stuff, none of that spiritual Jew. I'm talking about the physical Hebrew Israelites. When we are on par and we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, or at least striving to do what we're supposed to be doing, do you guys understand that the Most High will have certain Gentiles come through, whether that's on my channel, your channel, somewhere else? Some Israelites, I'm sure, have already been experiencing this. I haven't, but I'm sure maybe one of you guys have. The Most High will have Gentiles out there bless Israel. Do y'all understand that? And look, we know most Gentiles hate the God of Israel. But for the very small few Gentiles out there that actually love the God of Israel, family, they will bless you because the Most High is going to put it on them. If they actually love the Most High God and they are a Gentile, they have to bless the Israelites. Y'all don't got it. Y'all have to understand this. I made a video about this maybe a couple of months ago. It's still up, y'all. It's called "Do the Gentiles Really Love the God of Israel?" If y'all haven't checked it out, I advise everybody to go check that out. And I also advise you, once you check it out, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, go on that video and leave your Cash App hashtag in the comment section, because that's what I made the video for. I made the video for the physical Hebrew Israelites because I understand that the majority of the Gentiles hate our guts and they hate the God of Israel. But I also understand there's a small number of them that want to cleave to the God of Israel, that want to cleave to the house of Israel. And in order for that to happen, they understand. This ain't got to be no twisting of the leg, because we don't do that around here, and I don't advise anybody to do that. The Most High will work on whatever Gentile out there is out there, because we know it's not many, but there is some out there. And maybe that they will show up one day and start blessing the 12 tribes of Israel, because understand this. The Most High has everything set up like a lock and a key, family. Do y'all understand this? The Most High can make the heathens go hard on the Israelites, or he can make them have what they would think they're doing is a degree of leniency, not even knowing it has nothing to do with the heathen being lenient to us. The Most High is controlling everything. When the Most High wants to deal very harshly with the 12 tribes, he pushes the Gentiles to be extra vicious on us. When he wants to have mercy on the Israelites, he pushes the Gentiles to be light a little more lighter than they normally would be. The Most High is in control of the whole entire show, family. So when and if the Gentiles show up on my channel, on your channel, in your neighborhood, in your job, you got to think about this, family. If they want to say that they love the God of Israel, they only have one choice. They got to take this thing the way that it's laid out. And it's laid out for the Most High God to deal with the Israelites. And then if there's any Gentiles out there that want to say they love the Most High God of Israel and they want to cleave to our God and they have to cleave to us, it's right there in the Torah and the Tanakh. If they bless us, they will be blessed. They're not going to get the blessings that me and you would get or any other Hebrew Israelite would get because that's not the way that the Most High sets it up. The Most High is all about the house of Israel, the seed of Israel. And he got a million different ways to handle us. It's a million different ways to handle a lot of situations, y'all. We don't have the understanding of these things because many of these things have been hidden. And you know what? Today, you're going to understand a little bit better about exactly who's responsible for everything that's gone awry. Now, listen, we know the Most High creates good and he creates evil. But I'm talking about a force who nobody would ever think the beloved JC, Christ, Yeshua, Yahweh, also known as the alleged Black Messiah, that guy. You guys never would have suspected or thought that Christ was Lucifer. You never would have suspected or thought that the serpent in the garden is JC. How many people out there understand that? How many people out there have ever heard that? We're gonna give you a good reason to consider that today. But let me give it like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna play this song back one more again. Grab your pen and your paper, whether you're on the live or the playback, and we gonna hash this out after this song, family. And you guys, I'm gonna read your comments after this song. Hit the like button as you come through the door, fam. Peace, blessings, love, and safety to the 12 tribes of Israel who have been scattered into all nations. That's right, all nations. Hit that like button, family, as you come through the door. Whether you're on the live or the playback, share this video with somebody. Do y'all know how many people out there on planet Earth actually thinks that JC is the only begotten Son of God? Family, this is the biggest deception. This has got to be the biggest deception on planet Earth, family. All of this deception going on in the Garden of Eden, family. JC, the serpent, it's the same entity, family. Lucifer. Lucifer, JC, the serpent, those are just different names to describe the same person, y'all. This is Lucifer, family. JC is Lucifer. If you can accept that out there. If you guys can hear that, this is for you. JC is the serpent in the garden.
to think about it, I don't even think I know me. All my people getting shot by the police, could have been you.
Lucifer
I'ma let my soul
is the
speak.
serpent
All the
in
love
the
I gave,
garden.
for the life we lost. It can be so, people just to be a boss. I'm choosing love over
He was in the
all
garden,
the
y'all.
and I'm not
He
being
had been
stupid, I'm not
cast
being too
down.
proud. All of the sticks with me, baby, cause it's
Family,
all
this
about.
thing
And if you
goes
change your
deeper
mind,
than we
then let
ever
me
could
know.
have
All the
imagined,
time
y'all.
on the black screen, fuck Trump,
And if
fuck
you're going to
Trump,
be
fuck the
honest,
vaccine. Cause I'm not full speed, got
once
game,
those
got game,
wheels
got
start
game,
to turn in your mind and you
I
actually
know I'm right,
understand
but
and
I'm
see
sure.
Christ
Ain't no blue
for
sky,
who
baby,
and
just
what
know it's so
he is,
clear. Tell myself that I'm tripping. Truth hit hard like a
it's
nigga
literally
Kobe.
mind
I
blowing.
was too soft on the
Family,
line, ain't
I'm
keep it
just
real,
like the
like
majority of
love
people on
ain't
planet
keep it
Earth,
pimping.
whether
Fuck
you're
how you feel, I
Israelites
can
or
show you
the
how
other
to live.
nations.
Been straight from the
Literally,
beginning,
y'all,
I'm a real
all
one, like a
nations,
dog.
including the
Been through a lot,
Israelites,
got the whole flow, whipping
for
niggas out
hundreds and
doors.
hundreds of
Been on,
years have
do it for my
believed
niggas,
in
fuck the
JC,
fake.
thinking
Niggas
that
feel like
he
I'm
was going to
crazy.
somehow
Every time I
get
pop
us
out, I
off
gotta
the hook.
convince myself every day, like a nigga
Y'all,
gotta
we've
realize
been
that
holding
life ain't
hands
what
with
it
the
seems.
devil
All the love
himself,
that you
y'all.
gave, but
And
I'm
we've
too
been
soft
thinking
on
that
my
this is
mind.
God's
Ain't
only
keep it
begotten
real, like
son.
love ain't keep it
Family,
pimping.
this is
I'm
so
too soft on
wicked.
my mind.
And
Ain't
literally,
keep it
the
real,
whole
like love
entire
ain't keep
earth
it so close to running back
fell
to
for this
love.
deception.
We
All
gon' get
nations, the
some,
Israelites,
baby,
all the
fuck
heathens,
Trump,
all the
fuck the
Gentiles,
vice traffic. Ain't no
nobody
blue sky,
knows
black hell,
that
got
in
the
the
whole
Garden
flow
of
for
Eden,
so long.
JC was
I ain't
right
been around for
there,
so long. I been feeling like this for so long.
lying like he always does, family. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Hebrews, we are going to get into this. I told you guys, I'm not going to keep you guys long. Just like I know you guys gonna say, Negro, you always say that. Hey, family, I really do be meaning it, but sometimes y'all know I get to run in my big black mouth. Next thing you know, we done been here over an hour, okay? I'm trying to tell you, we've all been deceived, family. This character in the Garden of Eden, family, what a sinister character he is. Because our whole life, family, do you know how many people on planet Earth of all nations, all races, all ages, all religions? Do you guys know how many people have been trying to come up with their own theory or just to get to the bottom of the truth as to just exactly who or what was this serpent in the Garden of Eden, family? Family, there are plenty of other documents, plenty of other books out there that go into this, right? But you know, look, in the Christian church really don't have any clue as to what's going on. The Christian church is literally the house of the devil. The Christian church and all churches, all religions are the house and the resting place of Lucifer himself, also known as JC, also known as Christ, also known as Yeshua, Yahweh, Yehoshua. I'm telling you right now, anybody out there, I don't care who you are or where you are, if you think that somebody named Christ or JC, Yeshua, Yahweh, Yehoshua, if you think that the God of Israel has a son and that he sent his son to die because of the wickedness that you've done, you have been sadly mistaken. You've been led astray. These wicked and evil lies have been hatched by Lucifer, by Christ. Family, Christ has been lying ever since the beginning of time. A lot of us, we got in our head, we think that JC or Christ or Yeshua, the only begotten Son of God, allegedly, we know that there's no such thing as the only begotten Son of God. But any of you Messianic Hebrews out there, any of you Christians out there, if you're on the live right now, feel free to state your cause, okay? Because this video is going out to anybody who thinks that there's some kind of deity who's part man, part God, and you think that his blood is going to get you off the hook for your sins. And I'm telling you, that's simply not the case. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked and you've been run amok on. Family. This is gonna be a hard pill to swallow, right? And check this out. Let me say this before I go further. I'm not saying that people who necessarily believe in JC are wicked intentionally, because there are a lot of sincere Christians out there. There are a lot of sincere messianics out there, but they are sincerely wrong, okay? But they don't know that they're wrong because JC, this, or as they say in the church, the spirit of Christ, which is actually the spirit of Lucifer. It has convinced our people that human sacrifice, somehow human sacrifice, some Christians and Messianics even go as far as to say that the Most High died on the cross. I saw a Hebrew talking like that earlier this week, y'all. I don't even remember what channel I was looking at, but I did see a Hebrew say, obviously it had to be a Messianic saying something like that. I was just skimming through YouTube, just skimming around, seeing what's going on out here. And I came across some channel and somebody said that the Most High died for us. I said, wow. Y'all see that kind of crazy talk, that kind of crazy thinking? Give me 1 second, family. Give me 1 second, family. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Family, I don't remember what channel I was at because I said I was skimming through, right? I was just coming through. Because you know what, as an Israelite, sometimes I just like to see what's going on out here. I like to see where some of our people are at so I know where they at. And I know a lot of our people, they're actually out here believing this, y'all. Israelites are out here believing that the Most High God died on the cross. Let me read these comments, y'all. I'm sorry. Here I go, get to running my big black mouth. J.R. Meadows says, thumbs up, people. J.R. Meadows says, I never use JC name out my face. I have spiritual discernment and didn't know. Wow. And you know what, J.R. Meadows? That's funny too, bruh. Because a lot of us, I'm glad you said that. A lot of us, we got spiritual discernment. And not only that, some of us have other gifts, spiritual gifts, but we don't even know it, family. Because you know what? In our minds, we see certain things happen and we say, you know what? That's a coincidence. This is a coincidence. That's a coincidence. I'm here to tell you, Hebrew, there is no such thing as a coincidence at all. The heathens and the Gentiles made up this thing about coincidences to throw you off track. So whenever your spiritual discernment starts kicking in and you say, you know what? Something ain't right. I can feel it. It's spiritual. They say, oh, nothing to see here. It's just a coincidence. And we've fallen for that stuff for hundreds of years, family. But those days are over because guess what? Here's how you know those days are over. Family, we actually understand that Christ, JC, Yeshua, Yahweh, Yehoshua, 5 different names, right? We actually understand that there is no profitability in putting any kind of faith in him at all. I mean, none. He deserves zero love from us, zero trust from us. This guy's actually literally the devil himself. And the whole entire world, family, y'all know how many Bible translations they got out here? And they make us think that, oh, we have all these Bible translations out here because we want to help people understand. That's the furthest thing from the truth. They're trying to send you into more delusion and more derision. Yeah. Enough of me running my big black mouth. Okay? About to do some reading, family. I gotta read this to y'all. I'm about to read this to y'all out of this right here. Because the King James Bible don't have this in here like this, what I'm about to read. The Yahweh Bible. Okay? Family, we talk about it all the time. The Torah, the Tanakh, the Old Testament, whatever you guys want to call it, has been heavily, viciously edited. Okay? But here's what you got to understand. The Most High is in control of everything. The Most High hides himself. Thou art a God that hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. Okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that that's in Proverbs. Don't hold me to it, but I want to say that's maybe in Proverbs 25 or something like that. Thou art a God who hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. Okay? So that's one scripture right there in the Old Testament telling you God is telling you a couple of things in that verse. That God is a God that hides himself. And that's the God of Israel. And it's also the Savior. You see all of that unpacking and right there in that one little verse? And then there's another verse. You guys know it. I want to say, I think it's in Kings, the book of Kings. I can't remember First Kings or Second Kings. It says it's the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but it's the glory of a man to search it out. The Most High hides himself. So you got to go seeking. You got to go deep sea diving, y'all. I say that all the time. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying it because that's something that I'm going to do until the day that I die. I'm going to be deep sea diving because why? I know the Most High hides himself. And how am I going to find somebody who's hiding if I don't go deep sea diving? You got to search literally, family, like our life depends on it, which it does, family. So he hides himself and he hides information. So we gotta go looking and we gotta turn over every stone, y'all. This is it's literally like a spiritual treasure hunt, family. This is what I'm reading out of right now, fam. I am gonna read out of the Yahweh Bible, family, because we are here to expose JC, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, Yehoshua, the so-called only begotten Son of God, the serpent in the garden, Lucifer. All of that is being exposed right here, family. This is why they took the Most High's name out of the scriptures. And guess what? I understand this, Hebrew. Somebody will say, no, I think the Most High gonna give us his new name when he comes. Yes, he is. But for right now, there was a name that we knew him by. And if it wasn't, then this name would be in the King James Bible. But it's not. They took it out because they know the power in this name. Okay? It is what it is, family. But the most important thing is, family, the scriptures, the Yahweh Bible, the Old Testament Bible, the Britain Septuagint, all of it. The Old Testament scriptures, those belong to the Hebrew Israelites. But here's the thing, y'all. Our book, and should I say our books, because we got many books. All of our books have been hijacked, family. And our books have been hijacked by Christ. Or should I say his other name, Lucifer. Or maybe I should tell you by another identity that he travels under, the serpent in the garden. It's all the same, y'all. It's all the same. That's why all the confusion. Family, this is becoming more and more clear. Everybody arguing, whether people in Christianity, people in Islam, people in the nation of Israel, all of the heathen, all the Gentiles, all people all across the board, everywhere on planet Earth are arguing back and forth about religion. And I'm telling you, at the root of that is JC, Christ, Lucifer. the serpent in the garden. But as I said, enough of me running my big black mouth. I just want y'all to know what I'm reading out of, because maybe you haven't heard this before. I read this one time, like a video or two ago, but I told y'all I'm going back and I'm revisiting everything that I think I so-called know. I'm revisiting it all. J.R. Meadows says, read, sir. Strong content. All right, brother JR, we about to do it. I'm turning to the book of Genesis. Y'all see, we got to go back, y'all. We got to go back. That's why Deuteronomy tells us, consider the days of old. Family, we be glossing over a lot of stuff because that's what we was taught to do. Family, I'm coming out of Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. Hebrews, hit the like button and get a load of this. Genesis chapter 3, 14. So Yahweh said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are bitterly cursed. I established you over all things, and I established you over all flesh on the ground. But your ability to bring forth life from the dust will be taken away. You will go to your punishment, and you will be destroyed on that day by Yahweh, who lives forever. Family, that verse is saying a mouthful. Of course, I'm going to go back and read it again. Of course, I'm going to read it again. What am I reading out of? There are many different versions. Family, they make all these versions to confuse people and to hide things. But it actually backfires on them. Because when you start referencing all these different versions, you see what they're trying to do, and it ain't working, y'all. Look at this right here. This is the Yahweh Bible. I'm going to read it again, and then we're going to talk about it. Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. So Yahweh said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are bitterly cursed. Not just a regular curse. That said bitterly cursed. Did y'all hear that? There's a difference between thou shalt be cursed and you're going to be bitterly cursed. I established you over all living things. Family, did y'all hear that? Did you hear what this said? Yahweh said he established the serpent over all living things. You know what all means? Is there anybody out there who knows what all means? All means all, Hebrew. Over all living things. And I established you over all flesh on the ground. Hebrews. Last I checked, you and I were on the ground. You and I are flesh. There's no way around it. Human beings are included in this family. There's no way around that. But if anybody has the inclination to want to dodge that and say that doesn't include humans, we'll just go right up to the part before that. It says, I established you over all living things. Family, do y'all understand what that means? The Most High says he established the serpent over all living things. That means things that are invisible as well. Are y'all here? Family, y'all ain't hearing that. Is there anybody out there? Somebody out there is having their mind unlocked hearing that right there. Ye are bitterly cursed. I established you over all living things. And I established you over all flesh on the ground. Last I checked, human beings fall into both of those categories. You fall into all living things because you're alive, and you fall into all flesh on the ground because you are made out of flesh and you're on the ground. I'm reading out of the Yahweh Bible. Yahweh says he created the serpent to be over all living things, over all flesh on the ground. This is a very exalted position that this serpent was created in, family. A very exalted position, very high. If he's over all living things, you notice it didn't say all living flesh, it said all living things. That means the Most High really, really, really exalted this serpent. You are bitterly cursed. I established you over all living things, and I established you over all flesh on the ground. But your ability to bring forth life from the dust will be taken away. Family, that's heavy right there. It says your ability to bring forth life from the dust will be taken away. That means up until this moment where you're being bitterly cursed, you had the ability to bring forth life from the dust. So that closes the door for anybody out there who's saying this is a regular snake, because some brothers and sisters out there believe this is a regular snake. All of us have been believing all different kind of things because there's all different kind of stories out there, and it's written in such an ambiguous way. You're going to have to do some serious digging to get even a little bit close to what this is talking about. And that's what we're doing right now. We're digging. But your ability to bring forth life from the dust will be taken away. You know this is not a regular serpent, not a regular snake, because a regular snake still has babies and still brings forth life. This serpent right here no longer has the ability to bring forth life. So think about that. Until this incident took place in the Garden of Eden, that serpent was apparently creating life out of the dust. Now here's the question. How long has that serpent been creating life out of the dust? You notice there is no time frame in the Garden of Eden. It doesn't go into time frame and tell you the serpent was around smooth sailing for X amount of months, X amount of years, X amount of millennia. It doesn't say. It doesn't say how long the serpent was wherever he was creating life out of the dust of the ground. It doesn't say. That's something that I'm telling y'all, somebody out there sees that. Your ability to bring forth life from the dust will be taken away. You will go to your punishment. Look at that. You will go to your punishment, and you will be destroyed on that day by Yahweh who lives forever. Family, does this sound like a regular snake to you? Does this sound like a regular serpent to you? It says, you will go to your punishment. What does that mean? Does that mean he's being punished right now? Does that mean he's being held in confinement right now? Maybe, maybe not. That's what we're here to talk about. But it definitely says, and you will be destroyed on that day by Yahweh. It's definitely not a regular snake. Snakes are all around us. This snake right here, this serpent right here is going to be destroyed on that day. You notice it says on that day. Usually when you see terminology like that day, most of the time when I see that, that's referring to the day of the Most High, who lives forever. Family, how many of you guys out there knew that that serpent could do that? Melissa Yisrael says, now read Genesis 1:27 through 28. Okay, let me go take a look at that. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27 through 28. So Yahweh created man in his own image. In the image of Yahweh, he created the man. Then he created the woman from the man. Verse 28. Then Yahweh blessed him, and Yahweh said to him, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have rulership over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. It look like it says Rosier Gardner, Rose the Gardener. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but these letters get so small down here. Rose Gardner. I'm sorry. Forgive me if I'm tearing your name up. Never wanted to watch the Passion of Christ movie. I guess I also had spiritual discernment. You see that? Do you see that? Clearly, you did have spiritual discernment, but you didn't even know it. It was something in your spirit. Something in your spirit just, you felt however you felt about it for whatever reason. You didn't really want to watch it. Something was in your spirit. Y'all, that's what I'm trying to tell us, family. We've been taught to ignore basically everything. And we've all been taught to definitely ignore ourselves. Think about this, family. And somebody out there is going to say I'm wicked for saying this, for telling y'all to think. If we are made in the Most High's image, which we are, okay? We're made in the Most High's image. Do you know what an image means, family? An image means multiple things. It means in a physical likeness. It means in a character like, certain kind of abilities. Sometimes somebody say, you just like your father. You might look like him, you might not. They might be saying you just like your father because maybe you act just like him. Maybe you walk just like him. Maybe you talk just like him. Maybe you use certain catchphrases that people know your dad used to use and you use the same thing. So they say, you just like your dad. It's many different levels to everything. Around here, we don't stay on the surface. We deep sea dive and we go deeper because that's what's required. The Most High is hiding from all of us until you go looking for him. And if he wants you to find him, he will allow you to find him. But you're not going to find him on the surface. That I can guarantee, because he's hiding, family. And I'm telling you right now, this information that I'm reading to you guys, somebody out there is going to see this, whether you're on the live or the playback. This serpent right here that we just read about, he had the power to create life out of the dust. Now understand, the Most High created man out of the dust. Y'all, are y'all seeing this? The whole entire time, this serpent, Lucifer, JC, is the one who was in the garden. And he's been deceiving us all. That's why JC is so obsessed with wanting to go back up into the heavens. Y'all notice, all of you Christians out there, if you a Christian or Messianic, you guys cannot deny Christ, Yeshua, Yahushua, whatever you want to call him. He always makes references of going up to the heavens, going up. He wants to go up so bad. He even goes as far to make bold claims as all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Family, that is a slap in the face to the Most High God. How is somebody who got beat up, spit on, and killed, how is that person have all power in heaven and earth? The Most High is not going to share his power with anybody. This is the kind of stuff and shenanigans that we have to deal with. Why? Because it's a serpent in the Garden of Eden who is so crafty. See, the New Testament just tells you he's more subtle than any beast of the field. This ain't no regular beast of the field. Y'all, the scriptures are written in slick talk, hip talk, code talk, double talk, all kinds of, family, it's all kind of ways that the scriptures are written. It's going to keep certain people out and it's going to allow others in. That's the way this is. The Most High is hiding from us, y'all. And we must search him out if we want to know the truth. And you're gonna notice, this is what you're gonna notice, family. The more that you are determined to get answers, every time you get an answer to a question, it creates more questions. And you have to start doing like this, peeling back the layers of the onion to see how thick and heavy the deception is. Nobody knows the true identity of the serpent in the garden. People who read the King James Bible version, they don't know that the serpent had the ability to create life from the dust of the ground. Family, you know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like the same kind of mimicking of the Most High's power when Moses went to Egypt and he cast down his rod before Pharaoh. And the Egyptian guys, they cast down their rods too. And both of their snakes had to battle it out. Y'all know that story. This almost what this sounds like. A serpent being able to create life out of the dust of the ground. Family, I hope y'all really catching that. I hope you guys are really catching that. Because it's a lot to catch from that. You're telling me that this JC, Yeshua, Yahushua, Lucifer, the serpent in the garden, had the power to create life from the dust of the ground. You know what that means? At least this is what I see in this. If y'all see something else, y'all can say it, whether in the chat or the live. It appears to me that there are people, or what would appear to be people walking around who are not people at all, but are literally the creation of the serpent, literally from the dust of the ground. And guess what? If the serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field, family, you will not be able to look at his creation and tell. You know how subtle the serpent is? You think that the serpent is not smart enough to say, if I create all of my seeds to look one way, I'll be easy to discover. So what's he going to do? The serpent is more smarter than that, you guys. Lucifer is more smarter than that. Christ. He's smarter than that. He's going to sprinkle in wheat with the tares, whatever. I know that's a New Testament concept, but it's still true. Sprinkling wheat with the tares. He's going to sprinkle in people that look just like you or just like whoever. He's going to make sure you're not just able to pinpoint his creation from the Most High. Just like it was a hard time in Egypt when Moses cast down his rod and the Egyptian sorcerers casted down their rods, and they both turned into snakes. You guys ever think about that? I mean, deeply, not just on the surface. You ever think deep about that? And the only way they know who won was Moses' stick swallowed up the others. Family, we got a lot of work to do if we really want to get to the bottom of this. But maybe some people really don't want to get to the bottom of this. I'm not one of those people. I want to get to the bottom of this because our very souls are at stake. Family, I cannot believe that the serpent had the power before this. The Most High stopped it though. Once he did this move right here, the Most High said, Negro, you done went too far. Now you no longer have the ability to create life from the dust of the ground. Family, I'm telling you, why is this not in the King James Bible? I'm sure it's not in the Britain Septuagint as well. And guess what? I know why it's not in there. Family, understand that. None of us have wrapped our mind around what that really means. He had the power to create life out of the dust of the ground. And the Most High created man from the dust of the ground. So the serpent had the power to create life out of the dust of the ground as well. Are y'all seeing this? I hope y'all seeing this. I hope you guys are seeing this. Exodus 4, Melissa Israel says Exodus 4 and 3. I take it that that has something to do with Moses casting the sticks down. I'm gonna get ready to go read it too. Matter of fact, let me read that in the Yahweh Bible, and then I'm gonna turn and read it in the King James Bible. Family, yeah, I want y'all to see this. Family, JC or Yeshua, Yahushua Christ, he's directly responsible for half the Torah going this way, the other half going that way. Christ is the serpent in the garden. He's Lucifer, family. The jig is up, y'all. The jig is up. Family, we got to go back and re-examine everything we think we know, y'all. Exodus 4 and 3. Exodus 4 and 3. In the Yahweh Bible, Exodus 4 and 3 reads, so Yahweh said to him, cast it on the ground. Then he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moshe ran away from it. Y'all see that? Moses was scared when he saw the power of the Most High. And look, check this out, y'all. I always say, some of us read spiritual things. Look, we read spiritual things all the time in the book. But when the spiritual thing actually shows up in your physical life, you're going to run for the hills. How long have I been saying that? And here we are reading about it. If Uncle Moses was afraid, I know we would be afraid. I'm not just talking about y'all. I'm talking about myself as well. I may be a little more flexible than some of you because I know the Most High shows signs and powers. And he shows me some things. Some things I wouldn't even dare say because I know for real, some of you guys, you're not ready for that. And so why would I roll that out right now, knowing that it's all it's gonna do is cause a stir and a hoopla? I'm trying to corral the troops right now. Okay? We don't need no hoopla. But I'm trying to get you guys to see Yeshua, JC, Yahweh Christ, the only begotten Son of God, allegedly. That is Lucifer. And Lucifer is the serpent in the garden. And the serpent in the garden was some sort of creator. He's not the creator, but if you got power to create life out of the dust of the ground, that is a creator. It's a creator, not the creator or our creator. But the Most High had to show up and put an end to his ability to create. The Most High took his ability to create away. Why am I mentioning that? Because the Most High created man out of the dust. And then it tells you in the Yahweh Bible, the serpent had the power to create life out of the dust. Mimicking, basically, it's like he's doing the same thing almost, not totally. And it's very familiar to this story in Exodus chapter 4 and 3, when Moses cast down his rod before the Egyptians, and the Egyptian guy said, hey, you ain't the only one who can do that. They threw that stuff down too. Do y'all see that? But it was only one way to find out who's the big dog. Moses' staff swallowed up theirs. Yahweh swallowed up theirs. And Yahweh is going to get JC. Yahweh is going to get Christ. The one who's called Christ, JC, he will be destroyed by Yahweh. The same deity who people claim is the only begotten Son of God, he's going to get viciously and brutally killed by God, by the real God. Lucifer wants to be God. Lucifer, or the serpent, JC, whoever you want to call him, he's very angry. Look, imagine how you would feel if you had the ability to create life from the dust of the ground and then God took it away from you. Imagine how angry you would be. Imagine how pissed off you would be. That's the spirit of Christ right there. And the blasphemy of turning his followers into spiritual demons, spiritual vampires, blood drinkers, evildoers, uh, flesh eaters. I'm talking about cannibalisms because Christ told you to eat his body. Christ, JC, Yeshua, the serpent, Lucifer, he wants you to be a cannibal and a vampire. And most of our people are out there doing that. But family, most of our people don't even know that Christ was in the Garden of Eden. Christ has led this whole world astray. Christ is the reason why this planet is so evil and wicked, y'all. And here we are thinking that Christ is some kind of good guy. I mean, not us. We around here know, but planet Earth. That's the Israelites, the other nations, all of them. All nations on planet Earth, including the Israelites, think that Christ is the only begotten Son of God. They don't have any idea they're in bed with the devil himself. JC is the biggest liar in the history of planet Earth. Christ is the biggest liar, the biggest false teacher. There is not a bigger false teacher or false prophet than Christ, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai. These camps like to say Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That's garbage. Garbage. Anybody out there pushing JC, garbage. And if you don't stop, you will be brutally killed by the Lord of hosts. You are literally pushing Satan worship. And I take that back. Not even Satan, because Satan didn't do this. This is Lucifer. And that's another lie from Christ. Christ told you that Satan and the devil and Lucifer is all the same. Christ is trying to hide himself. He's a demon, literally. Literally, family. Bear with me, family. Bear with me 1 second, family. Let me read some of these comments, family. We blowing the lid off of this demon today. All praises to the Most High God. King David says, Tav X, heading to the gym. Hopefully everyone good. Good to see you, brother King David, as well. All is well, brother. Good to see you going to get your workout in. Be safe out there in the streets, King David. J.R. Meadows says, hello, my friends, worldwide. That's right. Because the Hebrew Israelites are scattered into all nations. Yeah, we got brews over in Beijing, China, Australia, Germany, Russia, Viet Cong, Vietnam, whatever. We got brews all over. All over the world we've been scattered. And guess what? We coming back and nobody can stop this. This is of the Most High. Them dry bones, oh, we coming back together. And ain't nobody gonna stop it. King David says facts. And Satan is the Most High right-hand man and not the bad guy. It's Lucifer the enemy. Facts, King David. Hey, King David, say that again. Hey, Hebrew Israelites out there, look, even you Gentiles, if you out there listening, ear hustling, because we know, check this out. I know it's not many of you Gentiles that love the God of Israel. Most of you hate the God of Israel and you hate the Israelites. But for you few Gentiles out there that want to cleave to the God of Israel, you're going to have to listen to the Israelites. And the Israelites are telling you, you're going to have to ditch the idol. You're going to have to ditch the vampire. You're going to have to ditch Christ, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, Yehoshua, whatever you want to call him. Ain't no only begotten son of God. Ain't nobody going to die for you. I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to be mean to you. But I am trying to be mean to the idol. That idol is getting us killed, you guys. You guys, you know how there's a big split in the Israelite community between messianics, non-messianics, even messianics argue amongst themselves. Even us Torah Tanakh only Israelites, we argue and bicker amongst ourselves. Family, nobody has taken a step back and have the sight to see the reason why none of us can agree on anything is because of Lucifer, aka the serpent in the garden, aka JC, aka Christ, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, Yehoshua. It's all the same guy. And this guy at one point had the ability to create life out of the dust of the ground. Family, when I read that in the Yahweh Bible, my mind nearly exploded, family. If you can wrap your mind around exactly what that means and just how deep that goes, that's telling you one thing for sure. JC, just like JC, Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, always wants to mimic the Most High because he's been doing it the whole time. How much more in these end times? Y'all think that JC is not out here trying to mimic the Most High? He wants to be him. That's why the New Testament, JC keeps on saying crazy stuff like, all power is given unto me. He wants to be Yahweh. Lucifer wants to be Yahweh. That's why he got thrown down for being too big for his britches, y'all. Family, I hope somebody out there can see this. And Satan is innocent. Like King David said. King David says, Satan try you, see if you loyal, keep your head on straight, make sure you ain't all talk. Lucifer actually tell you go against worship him and etc and double speak like JC and Black JC. Exactly, King David. But nobody, you know why? Because JC is very clever at hiding himself. He's very clever at hiding himself. Rose Gardner says, I have so many questions. Exactly, Rose Gardner. Hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only one, sis. And I do believe you're a sister. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong and it's not. Please forgive me. You're not the only one with tons of questions. I got tons of questions. That's what I'm saying, family. Every time you start to get any kind of answers coming through, answers usually create way more questions. I got a ton of more questions after reading that out of the Yahweh Bible. Is which is going to do what? It's going to make me read even more, going to make me study even more. This is what the Most High is doing to us, y'all. He's calling us to come find him. Y'all, look, you know how when you, this is how you know the Most High loves us, y'all. You know how when you was a kid, everybody on here, whether you're on the live or the playback, I know somebody out there used to play hide and seek as a little kid. Remember how you used to go count? Well, that sometimes used to count to 50, 100, and then the person who's hiding, you got to go look for them, but they hiding. And sometimes, it's like if somebody wanted to you to find them, they would give you a clue. The Most High gives you clues when he wants you to find them. If he doesn't want you to find them, you won't find them. That I do know. Just like all of us on here. Any of us on here who know anything about what we know concerning the Most High, the fact that we know what we know so far. We know that not because we're so smart. We know that because the Most High revealed that to us. And meanwhile, the majority of planet Earth thinks that the Most High got some kind of sidekick like Batman and Robin who wants you to drink blood and who wants you to eat a human body. But spiritually, brother, don't literally chew my arm off, but spiritually eat my arm. You see that crazy crap? That's that double talk, y'all. No, brother, don't drink my blood. You think I'm wicked? I don't want you to drink my blood. Drink my blood spiritually, brother. You see that? That's probably even worse than drinking physical blood. I'm telling you, but we can't see it because the serpent in the King James Bible, it tells you he's more subtle than any beast of the field. Letting you know also when it talks about the serpent being a beast of the field is just not a regular animal. Y'all see this? I'm telling y'all, that's why we got to go deep sea diving. If we don't go deep sea diving, we will not uncover these things. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, what we uncovering. We haven't even really went deep yet, y'all. This is stages to this, y'all. I'm just now, I don't know about y'all, I'm just now discovering that the serpent had the power to create life out of the dust of the ground. I'm just discovering that a couple of days ago. My mind, my mind feels like it's swollen just trying to take that in. But it makes so much sense, y'all. Family, we do not know what kind of earth that we live in. Just like many of us don't understand that we live in the kind of earth where Godzilla actually exists. But Godzilla's not his name. His name is Leviathan. And I did a video about him. A lot of people don't believe in Leviathan. They say, oh, brother, no, brother, that's spiritual. I'm telling you, Leviathan is a literal fire-breathing beast that lives in the bottom of the ocean. And at some point, he gonna show up and get busy. The Most High created him to get busy. He ain't just there for decoration. King David says, people don't know how deep this spiritual stuff is. It's way deeper than physical. While the Most High want us go deep, not get attacked by the evil spirits he control, If we listen, then being mid with the Torah. I agree with you, King David. And that's one thing I think about sometimes too, King David. The Most High controls the good spirits and the evil ones. So if the evil ones are vicious with you and they're able to go to a certain point, they only can go to the point that the Most High will allow. Will allow. Now we know the Most High allows these things to kill some people. It is what it is, y'all. Sometimes he tests you, sometimes he try you. Sometimes he just want to get your attention. The Most High got many things that he does. But this thing is so deep. You know why? This thing is so deep, and no church you will never hear any of this kind of talk at church, because church belongs to Christ. That's what church is about. Every church and every religion. I don't care if religions are different. Baptist, Seventh-day Adventist, Pentecostal, Methodist, all of them. Those, and I'm not dissing you guys if you're a Methodist, a Christian, a Seventh-day Adventist, but what I'm telling you, unbeknowingly to you, you are literally worshiping Lucifer. You're giving Lucifer what he wants, which is to be worshiped like the Most High. That tells you in Isaiah, I will be like the Most High. JC is the only one I've ever seen who is literally determined to get the worship that belongs to the Most High. That other dude in the New Testament, Paul, just another liar. He says that JC thought it not robbery to be equal with God. I'm telling you this right now. I know some of you guys have heard that verse out there. You thought about it a little bit and went in one ear and out the other. I'm telling you right now, because nobody else will tell you. Any human being, any man who was born of a woman on planet Earth who thinks that they're equal with God, you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. Literally. And that's what JC is, believe it or not. I know some of you gonna have a hard time swallowing that pill, but guess why I'm pushing this pill out here? Not because I hate you. I got love for you. That's why I'm pushing this pill out here. Whether you're a so-called Christian, Messianic, whoever is tired of being deceived. Guess what? I know some of you Gentiles out there too, especially now. Because guess what? It's something about raw, uncut truth. It gets the ears of everybody when they hear it, if they're out there looking. And how do I know that some Gentiles are out there looking? They've been lied to too. How do I know that some of them out there looking? Easy, because the Most High says in the Torah at the end, which is right now, the Gentiles going to come and say, we have inherited lies. You can look all over internet, even in the physical world, and see plenty of Gentiles are popping up and saying, we've inherited lies. The Gentiles are starting to figure it out. They're figuring it out because the Hebrew Israelites are bringing it out. That's what we was made to do, and we bringing it out. And that's why a couple of months ago, I made that video. I know the majority of the Gentiles hate our guts. But there is a tiny bit little remnant out there who wants to cleave to our God, and they want to cleave to us. And if they are allowed, because check this out, even though they might be Gentiles who want to cleave, the Most High made a way for them to cleave. He told them they're going to have to cleave to him by cleaving to us, and they're going to have to bless us. And understand this, if they are a Gentile and they are sincere, they know that. I know most of the Gentiles don't have a clue as to what's going on. And the ones that do have a clue as to what's going on hate our guts. That's why it's just a remnant. Just like it's just a little bit of Israelites, it's only a little bit of Gentiles who want to cleave to our God and cleave to us. And the ones that have the ability, they will bless us. It's in the scriptures. I'm sure that there are probably Israelites out there who have been massively blessed by the Gentiles that want to cleave. Because the Gentiles that want to cleave, no, they got to do this the way the God of Israel said. And the God of Israel said, they're going to have to come through you, Hebrew. And they're going to have to play nice with you and not fake it. They're going to have to really genuinely love you, if you can fathom that one. and they're going to bless you if they can. Understand this, Hebrew. The Gentiles have all the possessions. For the most part, Hebrews don't have the possessions. We got some Hebrews out there who are well off, but for the most part, as a nation, Hebrews, we lacking out here. We lacking in resources. You think the Most High won't use a Gentile to boost up the nations of Israel resources? At some point, we're going to take their resources. But you think the Most High won't bless these Gentiles right now if they voluntarily fork over resources to you, Hebrew? I'm telling you, I know what I know. That's why I made this video. Not this video. That's why I made a video a couple of months ago called Do the Gentiles Really Love the God of Israel? Hebrews, anybody watching this video, whether you see this on the live or the playback, I'm going to leave a link to that video. I'm going to leave it right down below in the comment section, so that if you are a Hebrew Israelite, I want you to go to that video and go in the comment section and put your Cash App in the comment section. That's why I made the video, for Hebrew Israelites to go over there, put their Cash App in the comment sections. And if you are a Gentile out there, if you claim that you love the God of Israel and you are a Gentile and you know you're a Gentile, but you want to cleave to us, and if you have the resources and you are looking to bless the Israelites, because you know in your heart, the Most High said, all who bless Israel, they will be blessed. If that's you, Gentile, seeing this video, that video will be for you too. For you to do what? To go over there, read the Hebrew Israelites who are in the comment sections with their Cash App, and just randomly choose Hebrew Israelites of your choosing and just start blessing them with Cash Apps. Nice and simple for everybody who's involved. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, I'm going to leave that link to that video. Do the Gentiles really love the God of Israel? And when you see that link, you go to that video and you leave your Cash App in the comment sections. And to all you Gentiles out there, if you are sincere and you want to cleave to the God of Israel, you want to cleave to the Israelites, and you decide that you have resources. I know some of you Gentiles out there, some of you guys, you got some serious resources. If you want to bless the house of Israel, go to that video, and when you see Hebrew Israelites Cash App, just pick one, two, three, however many you want. Because some Gentiles, you guys are rich out there. You guys, you never know who's right around you. You never know who's at your job, at your neighborhood. You never know, family. We got to do this thing, all of us, the Israelites and the Gentiles. We got to do this thing the way the Most High says it. The Most High knows what's best. And when we do it his way, we all get blessed. King David says, facts. When you get that job, it's the Most High making them hire you. If it was up to them, we will all be jobless. Even one got the spirit to get you on. Is one evil heathen gonna set you up to be fired? Exactly, King David. King David, that is you 100% on point, King David. This thing is serious, y'all. And the Most High knows our hearts, y'all. And when he see us running, chasing, clawing, scraping after him, the Most High, he gonna deal with us. And if you a Gentile out there, if you got the resources, we know some of you Gentiles, y'all down bad too, but not like the house of Israel. For the most part, Gentiles, the average everyday Gentile got way more resources than the average everyday Hebrew. If you are a Gentile and you have the resources, and the Most High puts it on your heart, be generous with the Hebrews. If you see this video, go over there, okay, and find Hebrews with their Cash App in the comment section, and just start hitting them up. Start dropping cash on them if you got it. And you know, those are not my words. The Most High said he will bless you. Now, you ain't going to get the same blessing that the Hebrew Israelites are going to get, but blessings from the Most High are still good. Look, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Let's say I was a Gentile, and I knew I was a Gentile, and I knew some other people were the Israelites. Guess what? If I had the resources, I would drop that bag on them. But why? Because I know the Most High don't lie. And the Most High said, whoever his people are, if people bless them, he gonna look out for you. The Most High, I'm telling y'all, the Most High is truly amazing. He is amazing. And it's him who's bringing out this information right here. King David, you on point as always. Family, let me read y'all a few verses, then I'm going to let y'all go. Check this out. Let's go and hear from one of JC's favorite guys, one of JC's favorite men, his disciples. Check this out, family. Listen to this. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. Now listen to this, Hebrew. And remember this, Peter is one of JC's disciples. This is one of his right-hand man. Listen to what they're pushing in the New Testament. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. Hey, Hebrew, I want you to remember what I just read about the day star. Remember that, day star. That ain't nothing good, Hebrew. And you're going to find out why in a little bit. I just wanted to read that to you. I'm going to read it again. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. Well, that's a lie, because Peter is claiming that because he knows JC, that somehow people have now a more sure word of prophecy other than all the law and the prophets that already came. Now somehow Peter is trying to mislead you and make you think that now prophecies are more sure. That's wicked as all get out. How in the world prophecy is going to be more sure with a New Testament, with a man God? This is ridiculous, but that's what they're pushing. King David says, remind of your other video, don't go off looks. When the Most High controls everything, been a time in my car broke down. No one helped me but two rednecks that looked racist and told me, have a good one. That's the Most High mercy. Hey, King David, you ain't never lied, King David. And you know what? That's so heavy, bruh. Because you know what? All of our natural inclination is just natural human inclination to go off what you see. And because of things that we've seen take place in this world, when we see certain skin colors, certain things come to our mind as soon as we see certain skin colors. And for a lot of the times that can be true, but not all the time, because there are always multiple different exceptions for different rules. And I know exactly what you mean. Thank you for bringing that out, King David. Now check this out, y'all. Let's go to the wicked book of Revelation. Christians hang their hats on this kind of stuff, so that's why we reading it. But we also reading it to expose the serpent in the garden. The serpent in the garden is right here in Revelation. And I never used to understand it. That old serpent, that dragon, a dragon is a serpent. Christ is that dragon. If you can receive it, Hebrew. Hebrew, if you haven't hit the like button already, hit the like button. If you haven't shared this video with somebody, you might want to share this video with a Messianic Hebrew or maybe some Christian. Anybody who believes in a half man, half God. Anybody who thinks that God sent his son to die for what they've been doing wrong. I'm telling y'all, family. The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 28. And once again, here is the scare tactics. These are the so-called words, literally words of JC, written in red. Revelation 2 and 28. And it says, how about this? I started verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of the potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Verse 28. And I will give him the morning star. Did y'all hear that? You guys do know that Lucifer is the son of the morning star. So why is Christ telling you in Revelation 2 and 28, and I will give him the morning star? He makes it sound like he's going to give you a reward that he's going to give you. And it's written in red, and I will give him the morning star. So he's going to give you Lucifer. He's going to give you himself. He's going to finally unveil himself to you. Hebrews, a lot of us got a very painful day that is coming when this is revealed to you. And I pray to the Most High, you get this before it's too late. Before you die and you pass away drinking blood. Melissa Israel says, that's nice to say, King David. You never know who Yah sends who have a heart. Exactly. Exactly. See, but this thing is so deep, none of us can see this. You know why we can't see this, y'all? It's because nobody understands that the serpent in the garden is Lucifer and it's JC. Nobody understands these three things. Christ, the serpent, Lucifer is all the same deity. It's Lucifer, but it's written in such a way. The serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field. And check this out, family. How do we know that when the very first Torah was written, how do we know that it didn't refer to him as the serpent? How do we know that when the Torah was very first written, that it didn't outright call him out? But since time has went past, and the serpent, aka Christ, Lucifer, has had time to manipulate books and hide information, that he had these books written up in this ambiguous way, where it's very hard to tell who or what is going on in the Garden of Eden. Hiding himself. I'm just saying, it's something to think about. And I'm not going to let somebody tell me, oh, no, you going off thinking too much. I'm going to do a whole lot of thinking because we've been taught nothing but lies. I never knew that Lucifer or Christ had the power to create life out of the dust of the ground. I never heard nothing like that before. But see, it makes sense now why Christ is so angry. It makes sense now why the New Testament is telling on itself. That old serpent, that dragon, came down with wrath. That's Christ. Christ is pissed off because the Father cast him to the earth and he took away his power to create life. So now he's pissed. Christ is that dragon coming down to earth, and he's lying, blaming it on Satan, trying to say, I saw Satan cast down. No, you didn't. That was you being cast down, and you're trying to blame it on Satan when it was you, Lucifer. It was you, Mr. Serpent in the garden. It was you, JC. You're busted. We figured it out. Hey, family, do you guys know hardly anybody on earth is going to figure this out, family? But the Most High has blessed us to figure that out. Even though people are going to say we're evil and we're wicked, family, we figured it out. And not because we're so smart. Well, we are smart, but we're smart because we're leaning all the way. We leaning all the way on the Most High and him only. When you lean on the Most High only, you are going to be smart. And that's why we see this, y'all, and nobody else can see this. King David says 100. The Most High mercy when he send it, ever when it's your enemy, even when it's your enemy, why we need him even more. Because he going to unleash a serious bloodbath war, and the Most High not with you, he going to let them get you. Facts, King David. Hey, King David, it's funny you say that, bro. At my job where I work at, y'all, King David and all of y'all who's listening on the live or the playback, at my job where I work at, we all know, for the most part, the nations hate our guts. I work around a lot of so-called white people. Some people say they're Esau, some people say they're Japheth. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We know for the most part, they hate us, right? Which is the same in my job. But there are a handful of them. Not a lot, but there are a handful of those so-called white people. You know what? The Most High put it on their spirit. When I say they really rock with me, I mean they really rock with me. I'm talking about doing shit and saying stuff around me that no way a so-called white person can do or they would do if they didn't really rock with you. I'm talking about I got one so-called Gentile, a so-called white boy at my job. And a lot of the other white guys, they look at him, they see him talking to me sometime. I can see it in their eyes. They be looking at him like, hey, yo, you white, man. Why you talking to that nigga over there? Why you got so much to say to that big nosed nigga over there? Right? Because like I said, it's a handful of white boys up there. Some of them, for whatever reason, and I'm not going to say for whatever reason, I know what the reason. The Most High put it on their spirit. Because I'm talking about some of these white boys that rock with me, most of them hate my guts, but there's a handful that rock with me. And some of these white boys that rock with me, they look like straight up racist Nazi killers. But for some reason, they rock with me. One of the white boys even told me, I'm not making this up. He said, man, if you ever need me to hit somebody, and I ain't talking about with your fist. He's basically letting me know, hey man, I'm here for you if you ever need anybody to be hit. Y'all know what I mean. All right, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Why did he say something like that to me? Why does he feel like that about me when he looks like a total skinhead racist? But why does he like me so much? For whatever his reason, the Most High put that on his spirit. I don't know. All I know is what I see on the outside looks like a typical racist skinhead Nazi. But I'm just guessing he can't be so much of a racist skinhead Nazi if he telling me if I ever need somebody to be hit, all I gotta do is let him know. And then look, y'all know how when y'all know somebody real, this ain't one of them white boys who's playing around. He's serious. Okay? Let me read some of these comments. King David says, and yes, they mess with them, book him and his goons and other books. They tell us not to read because JC in it. To be honest, it's a Torah where they clearly mention JC in it, but they ain't saying that. They ain't saying throw Torah. Got you, King David. Yeah, man, the deception is so heavy and thick, it really causes all kind of confusion because JC is running the show. And he's all about confusion. Christ is all about confusion. Lucifer is all about confusion. That old serpent, the devil, the dragon, the serpent in the garden is all about confusion. But you guys think he's the Messiah. He's going to get you brutally killed if you won't turn. But that's why I'm making this video. I'm hoping that you guys gonna turn out there. King David says, then the next translation, the real one, it mentioned David in the same verse, but one said JC. So the Torah is edited. I forgot to post it on the community, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, King David. Hey, King David, shout out to you for bringing that out, King David. Because sometimes I be thinking sometimes, not all of our people, but some of our people, they be thinking I be capping. They think I'm crazy when I be telling people that the Torah's been edited. And see, it's making more sense now. Y'all, understanding what we reading today, this is making more sense when you understand who the serpent in the garden is. Family, I'm telling you, so many things will make so much more sense, family. King David says, so we have to spit out the BS in all books and accept the truth in it. Everything got their hands touched in it. Exactly, King David. And see, that's the thing. Because they did it, even though we're searching, but sometimes, y'all know, just like in school, certain subjects are a little harder than others. So when you're trying to dig and all these people have mixed in and added to and taken out all these books, it makes a lot of confusion and it makes the digging that much more difficult. But we gotta dig. And y'all know what? It may be troublesome and tiresome having to do all this digging and stuff, but you know what, family? When and if the Most High lets us into the kingdom of heaven, family, To say that it's going to be well worth it will be an understatement, family. And that's why we don't get tired of digging. I know you guys know it's a lot to dig through, but that's why we don't get tired, because we know on the other side. Woo. King David says, and the Most High said, when you walk in his, was he made the enemy at peace with you. And even when they want to do something, they just can't because of your energy. Facts, King David. Facts. Hey, King David, facts. I'm telling you, King David. J.R. Meadows says school was lame. Exactly. You right, J.R. Meadows. School was very lame. J.R. Meadows says, since kindergarten, I was bored. Hey, bruh, you ain't lying, bruh. School didn't really teach us too much, y'all. Once you get past ABC 1, 2, 3, it was just basically indoctrination for us, y'all, to get us to be a slave. King David says, laugh out loud, big facts. JR, I'm surprised I was an AB student in that brainwashed school and did college. Yeah, y'all see all these things that they did to us, y'all, was things to get us ready for this day that we in right now, family. We had to go through it so we could have something to reference to. Lies, truth. Half the Torah going this way, half the Torah going one way. And then we just kept digging and digging and digging, y'all. Anybody who's still on this channel, y'all, all of us, we done been through a lot. If you still worshiping the Most High and Him only and doing your best to keep His laws, if you able to come over here on this channel and watch videos on this channel, make comments on this channel, all of us, family, we done been through a lot. And the Most High is definitely working with us, clearly. Because guess what? None of us over here on this channel ever get tired of digging. We want it. We want it. We want it. And look what we done found out. We done found out who the serpent in the garden is. We know that that's JC, that's Lucifer. We know that JC at one time had the power to create life from the dust of the ground. Family, I'm telling you, that's serious right there. You know what? We obviously gonna have to do more videos about that, but we're not done. Revelation 2:28 says, and I will give him the morning star. JC, or Christ, is telling people he's gonna basically give you the blessing by giving you the morning star. Why would you want somebody to give you the morning star, which is Lucifer, son of the morning? Why would you want somebody to give you that? If Christ is a godly person, he's supposed to be the son of God. Why would he be telling you he's going to give you Lucifer? Somebody got to explain that out there. Christians, Messianics, we trying to help wake y'all up. King David says, crazy when they was talking about slavery and the boats. Not once I ever thought to ask, yeah, do they make us the people of the Bible? But then I definitely had no clue. I just knew I was black. That's it. Facts, brother. I'm telling y'all, once these wheels start clicking in our head, it's amazing how things, we just get brought up to speed. Such a long period will go past when we really don't get it, and then all of a sudden the wheels start turning, the Most High just start downloading to us. Why would JC be telling somebody, why would he be telling anybody that he's going to give you the morning star? Do any of you guys want the morning star? You mean to tell me Christians can't see this? You know what, you guys? They can't see it. Just like Adam and Eve didn't see it. This old serpent is very subtle, you guys. This is witchcraft right here. This is literally witchcraft. But that ain't it. I got 2 more verses to read for y'all. Let's go to Revelation chapter 22 and get this straight from Lucifer's mouth. Revelation 22:16. Again, this is written in red, letting you know this is straight from the serpent's mouth, straight from JC's mouth, straight from Lucifer's mouth. Revelation 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel. Father, please forgive me for saying that name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I, JC, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. Family, do y'all hear that? And first of all, JC ain't got no the Most High. The angels belong to the Most High, not to JC. But JC told you, he's he's the bright and morning star. And he told you in uh, Revelation 2 and 28 that if you're faithful to him, that he'll give you the morning star. He's going to give you what you got coming. It ain't nothing good. The morning star is not a good thing, Hebrew. But because we've been put to sleep, we think that this is okay. Family, if you won't separate yourself from Christ, you're going to be doomed. You're going to be viciously, brutally killed. This is idolatry at its finest. This is satanic. This is the devil. Christ is the devil. Somebody out there gonna find that out when they see this video. Yahuwah lives says, nope, I don't want it. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh lives, Yahuwah lives. She says, nope, I don't want it. And I pray that none of you out there want the morning star. How come Christians can't see this? But you know what? I know how they can't see it. The same way I didn't see it. The same way many of our mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers can't see it. You got to remember, you're dealing with literally the devil that the Bible speaks of. JC, Yeshua, Yehoshua, this guy is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Literally. Family, we got to consider ourselves blessed and favored by the Most High that we know who the devil is now, y'all. King David says his angels, when the Most High said all angels is his, now JC got his own. He definitely Lucifer, who clearly said he make himself like the Most High. You notice the real Messiah, David, always dissed JC. He knew exactly, King David. King David don't play no games with JC. He stayed dissing JC because he knew, because King David is a man after the Most High's heart, not this JC character who the Most High never claims this guy. In fact, even in other books, the Most High calls JC out. But see, everybody tell you don't read other books, so you guys will never know what I'm talking about. That's why you got to stop being scared to dive down the rabbit hole of truth for yourself. That's the only way you're going to get it, family. Player Price says, all praises to the Most High. My man spitting that truth. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob, brother. We trying to share the Most High's truth, brother, which belongs to us. And what we're going to do, we're going to revel in that truth, because that's the truth that's going to save us. Good to see you on here, brother. I hope you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, please do it, brother. King David says, like the Most High gave him a vision and talked to him about this, how speaking now a full conversation. Yes, King David, that's exactly what the Most High did. I'm telling y'all, anybody on here, on this live or on the playback, you guys know the Most High is working with us. And when I say us, anybody who worships the Most High and him alone, or the Most High gonna work with you. And look, I'm talking about the Israelites right now, but check this out. He ain't gonna work with them like he worked with us, but to a degree, the Most High will also work with the Gentiles, as long as they fear him and worship him only and cleave to him and cleave to us and bless us. The Most High got a lane for everything out there. But here's the thing. Most people don't want to take the lane the Most High gave them, so you're gonna be brutally killed. That's your only option. Get into the lane that the Most High created for you, or it's going to be lights out, period. Ain't no middle ground, period. But I know why a lot of us think we got middle ground. That's why I don't got smoke with y'all. When people don't agree with me, and sometimes I don't agree with y'all, that's nothing to have smoke over. As long as I agree with you when you say it's the Most High and Him only, and that we ought to keep the commandments, family, don't have no smoke with me, because I ain't got no smoke with y'all. I don't. It's time to circle the wagons, y'all. Now that we realizing that JC actually was out here creating life out of the dust of the ground and sowing all kind of discord of brethren. Family, nobody sows more discord amongst brethren than Christ, because he's Lucifer. He's the old serpent. He's the serpent in the garden. And is the serpent, the dragon in Revelation. Even though the New Testament is bar humbug, it's some truth over there. It ain't pretty. It's evil and wicked, but it's some truth over there. But if you follow the Most High God, you don't even need the New Testament. But that's the thing. Nobody wants to follow the Most High. People want to follow Lucifer, aka Christ. And he's going to get you taken clean off. King David said, so just imagine that long, powerful talk. He had to listen and took it serious. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it's amazing when you think about it, ain't it, King David? King David says, because the Most High voice is not weak. And our ancestors got so scared when they heard him talk for the first time, felt like they was dying. But he is a living good, so couldn't, but had to free that power. Facts, King David. He couldn't restrain it. King David says, and ask for only Moses to hear you and make where we can't. But he gonna make us all hear again. Gonna be sleep and boom. He gonna speak, gonna scare the dookie out of us. All facts, King David. And you know what? I'm sure it is gonna scare the dookie out of us, but we ain't gonna never be so happy to have the dookie scared out of us. Man, this is diabolical what has happened, family. Family, and think about this, family. Whether it's Messianics, Christians, Most High only Hebrews, all of us have argued amongst each other. But you know what? None of us have ever pointed the finger at Christ. Christ is the reason why we're arguing. Or should I call him by his real name? Lucifer, son of the morning star, the wicked one. The one who every single church is set up on. Hebrew, that's why the Most High had all these churches closed down when the pandemic came, to get you away from Christ. Christ is going to get you killed. You might not like that, but I don't care. I'm trying to help save your life from Christ. Last scripture, family, then I'm going to let y'all go. And I'm sure we're going to come back at another time and bang on this some more. Family, we never going to stop banging on this until we get into the kingdom, family. Because our people still following the devil. Isaiah chapter 14. Y'all know where we going. You Hebrews, y'all know where we going. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I'm going to read that again. Hebrews, hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Isaiah 14 and 12. Listen again. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Family, do y'all see this? This is Lucifer, son of the morning, family. Son of the morning, morning star, the day star. Christ told you he was going to give you the day star. Christ said he's going to give you the morning star. But right here in Isaiah 14 and 12, Lucifer, Son of the morning. This is what he's going to give you himself. This is Christ right here. You guys want to say, you always want to say Christ is right there in the Old Testament. Okay, I'll give you that. Here he is right here under his real name, though. The fake name is not in the Old Testament of Christ, but the real name is. Y'all got to understand. Yeshua, Yahweh, Yehoshua, JC Christ, that's all hogwash. Those are all fake names. The real name is in the Old Testament. Lucifer. I'm reading it to you right now, but can you receive it, Hebrew? You Gentiles out there, can you receive this? Can anybody on planet Earth receive that who we've been taught is God's only son is literally the devil that the Bible speaks of? IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, you are leading the nation of Israel into a ditch because you're a Lucifer. You're a Luciferian group. The whole nation of Israel united under Lucifer, IUIC. Wicked is all get out. All the Hebrew Israelite camps are wicked. Every single one of them. Look, if I'm wrong, y'all, whether you're on the live or the playback, somebody out there, anybody out there, show me a Hebrew Israelite camp that's pushing the Most High and Him only. I don't know any. All of those people are idolaters, as far as what I can see. Now look, check this out. Let's read these different versions, and I'm gonna let y'all go. So y'all can really see how Christ is the one playing with the scriptures. He's Lucifer, the serpent. He's the one doing the manipulation. The same thing he did in the garden with Adam and Eve. Manipulation. He did the same thing with the scriptures of today. It's him doing it, y'all. So when y'all think that we got a problem with each other, that's not it. The problem is Christ manipulated the scriptures. The Torah too. Christ is a demon. JC is a devil. King David says, I be thinking about, and he gonna be made to yelling, all you rejected me for idols. Ah man, those idol worshipers' heart gonna drop. I know mines and make me think I did it. All jokes aside, ain't gonna be nice. Yeah, you're right, King David. It is going to be horrible. King David says they definitely know. They throw their hand symbols up so slick to let them know they with the program is crazy. Yeah, brother, it's a crazy world. I think about that all the time. I know that some of these leaders know that what they're doing is wicked, but they're not gonna stop. Isaiah 14 and 12. I'm just gonna read the same verse in a couple of different versions, then I'm gonna let y'all go. New International Version. How have you fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn? You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. New Living Translation. How you are fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning. You have been thrown down to the earth, you who destroyed the nations of the world. English Standard Version. How you are fallen from heaven, O day star, son of dawn. How you are cut down to the ground, you who had laid the nations low. In 2 Peter, Peter tells you that he's looking for that day star. Christ tells you he's going to give you the morning star, and Peter is talking about this day star. But in the Old Testament, you're seeing that anything about a morning star, day star, shining star, that's Lucifer. Y'all see that? Somebody out there see that. I know somebody out there was trying their best to hold on to the so-called black Messiah, who's really the devil the Bible speaks of. Somebody out there, you were trying desperately to hold on to JC, but that myth has been cast out because JC was cast out. That's why he's hell-bent on destroying the nation of Israel. And not just the nation of Israel. JC is hell-bent on destroying planet Earth, family. Because the Most High took JC's ability to create life from the dust of the ground. And JC is pissed. Or should I say the serpent from the garden or the great dragon, Lucifer? It's all the same guy, family. We've been hoodwinked. Family, if anybody does not understand these scriptures that we brought out, go back and watch this video again because the meat is right there. And there are other scriptures that go into it too. I just shared some with you guys because I want everybody to know that Christ, Lucifer, and the serpent in the garden are all the same being, Lucifer. So for everybody want to say Christ is in the Old Testament, you're right. But he's in there under his real name, Lucifer. King David says, big mad, a kid throwing a tantrum. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people are going to be very angry. Very angry. They can't take it. And they always get offended. But if you're worshiping the devil, you're supposed to get offended. And Christ is such a liar. Christ got the whole world looking at Satan funny, like Satan is the one who got kicked out of heaven. It wasn't Satan. It was you, Christ, and you lied and tried to blame it on Satan. Whole time it was Lucifer, but you changed your name to Christ. Hey, y'all, this thing is so diabolical, y'all. Even though I'm saying this, even though we bringing out scriptures, most people are going to look at this and say, I can't see it. And you won't be able to see it because Christ is the most subtle beast of the field. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. The Messiah is what the Messianics like to call him. He's the devil. You better distance yourself away from him before the Most High cuts you off completely. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. Always a pleasure to see you all. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hebrews, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Until next time, Hebrews, Tav X.